You know, I've just been thinking two things. One, for some reason this game's version number has 4 digits instead of 3. I find that unusual. Second, I feel like we've done a lot more of the optional content in this game than I actually anticipated we would do. But no complaints there, at least on my part. It's just that I had kind of a policy that I wouldn't go too much out of my way to do lots of these things. I just kind of do them if I happen to be able to while doing other stuff on the side, and it kind of worked out. I might name, even if not fully spoiling, of course, some of the things that we didn't manage to see once we get to the end. But anyhow, that's for later. Am I all ready, actually? What do I have on me? Max HP up, and okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're probably ready then. I believe we have things to talk about with the king again. Things that... I still don't really follow how and why we talked to the king about things. Thought, oh hey, we should go back and just remind ourselves of the existence of this thing, which led to us saying again, oh hey, we should talk to the king about this thing. When those things were things I think Steve should have already known anyways, especially from conversations with the king. Whatever. New dialogue. Every little bit of new dialogue and everything is just... It's funny how much you're starved for things being different at all. Man, O'Deal, you're looking low HP these days. I have twice your HP. Of course, I have the thing that gives me way more HP, but even so. Get ready to talk. So, we supposedly only just pieced this together, which I just don't understand, but here we go. The real way to defeat the king is to induce a headache, trying to get him to remember the name of the place, as happens to everyone else. Why does remembering things merit the fighting theme? Black sand is quite interesting. Since when is rebuilding the country a thing that you're motivated by? You didn't talk about any of that when you talked about freezing this place. Yeesh. That's an unusual color. I forgot this song actually, this is a nice one. I have no idea what happens if you don't, but why would you not? It's weird to me how when that star is visible, you hear... Well, I guess somebody's saying, or at least attempting to say the name. I guess that's it. Because you hear the little, like, voice blip sound effect very slowly. I guess it took me a minute to piece together what that's actually signifying. Cause of death number 15. Trying to say a word really hard. It's one of the more creative ones. Oh, wait, why'd that bring us all the way back here? It actually seems a little unusual. But we saw color for the first time in this game, I'm pretty certain. This is also a fun effect. I love it when games or any media put some unusual limitation on themselves for a long time and then break it for dramatic effect. Well, I feel like you could... I forgive you for not anticipating that trying to say the name of a place would kill you. Not letting go seems to be his whole shtick, for what it's worth. Probably not. We just did that. Okay. At least this time we have the excuse of having died to interrupt our conversation instead of just deciding, let's go somewhere else first. Hello, Mira. Also carrot. Alright. Let's fish first today. Why does it continue saying you know nothing will bite even after something has bitten before? Alright. In that case... let's do this. I get the... oh, we can talk to Lupin and at least get like a fun conversation. Or maybe not fun conversation, I guess we'll see. Probably doesn't matter what stat we go with right now, actually, since I maybe expect to just go to the king and talk. But I guess... well, it does depend on whether we actually fight afterwards. But there's no fighting to be done on the way there, at least, because we just teleport directly. I don't know why I actually bothered saving. We just did, but whatever. Feels like an obligatory thing to do. Very slightly curious for some reason. You know, nothing interesting happened last time, so... No, never mind. Okay. Hey, star person. Oh, we're bringing this back up. Okay. Actually, forgot there was more dialogue about this. Seems unwise considering the obvious discomfort on the subject from Loop's part, but you go ahead and do that. Well, that was our fun conversation for the day. You can thank C for that. Anyways. I don't think there's anything else to do here right now. I think we'll just banana our way up. Shoot. And I'm gonna get the key knife though, am I? Hold on. Sorry. Should have thought about that. Okay. Give me... that key. Whichever one of the two it is. No time to talk, Mira. I need to go die. Hold on. Darn it. I lost my blessing, didn't I? Strictly speaking, I can talk to Loop again. Can you do that? Can you just... loop from Dormont to Dormont, and then talk more to Loop? I'll give it a shot. And also, I guess we're able to look at this again to see if anything changes this time too. I was wondering if we'll see if we'll eventually get tired enough to consider stopping the joke, but no, that thing never changes. And nothing new this time. I don't expect it to change, but since it did, now I'm curious for more. Operant conditioning. Oh, here we go. Pretty clearly seems to authentically not. Man, serious conversations happening these days. Very nice. I guess that's what I get for coming right back here. just mere amusement at Steve's ignorance. Okay. This time, memory of key. That is also a knife. Living comedy sketch. Or dead at this point. Ah! It actually costs a lot, relative to how much I have. Using a lot right now, actually. Not like it's hard to grind for more if you just kill some enemies, and particularly wear a memory that helps with that. But still. In case we actually do have... Oh. In case we actually do have reason to worry about fighting the king this time. Did not the last time, but we'll see. Everyone else is at a decent level and so on. Do we have items? I don't have any of my stuff. I forgot they do it in here. I forgot they say stuff to you in here if you do that. Yeah, we got some items. We're good. Cool. Alright. More conversation. Today is the talking episode. Where we have fun conversations with fun people. We have to sit through all of our buffs, because that gave us a lot of buffs. I guess that's my fault. It's hard to see that little, like, sparkle status effect sometimes. Over everybody's portraits. I think the thing is, it doesn't have an outline like the other ones do. Which makes it a lot harder to see against the white of some characters, especially Steve. Anyways, I cast Talk. I mean, we haven't started yet, but... I'm gonna react to the same country thing? Okay, cool. Also, congratulations on seeing yet more of the, like, what, 50 or 70 or something Seafront portraits there. Minor variations, but still. I don't think the king ever started, but... Is everyone just taking this as a given? I don't think they know that that's... There we go, okay. Kid, we don't remember, that's the problem. Huh. Well, I was about to say, Steve does remember, but no, not really. Steve has some of those moments, I think. You can get one of those brief glimpses of Steve's childhood where, well, not of sort of childhood at this point, where, if I remember correctly, Steve remembers, I believe we saw this, running away over something really silly, like not wanting to eat particular food or something. Maybe Steve was still a kid at that point, considering the motivation. But I don't think it's ever explained explicitly, but it seems to me implied that that was when this happened. When Steve just was out away on a boat or something, running away from home, and then whatever happened, happened. And that's how Steve was not, you know, also, well, whatever happened to the country did not also happen to Steve. But really, this guy seemed, well, yeah, so Steve also does not remember that, though. And only briefly does before time kind of, like, corrects itself to undo that. So Steve doesn't consciously remember that. Likewise for the king, I guess. The king somehow got out, but does not know how. I like how they take what's actually a really cliche trope for starting off any story, more or less, and actually turn it into something interesting here. Just by changing the context in which it happens and when it happens temporally in the story. In this case, kind of more of a backstory sort of thing. But not one that you open with, or not one that you know about the character to start with. You figure it out over time. Is that suggested to be something they remember, actually? It is interesting they remember certain things like the universe, and I believe what's supposed to be a phrase there that it's implied that people from there know a universe leads we can only follow. I'm curious how that survived in their memories. Oh, Mira actually finally put down her sword. I was just about to comment on that. You just haven't been wanting it enough this whole time, Mira. I mean, he asked for a save, so... Here we go. Wait, what about Mira? Wait, how's... Okay, I don't think freezing time is what he did then, because that doesn't work on Mira. Why indeed? What the heck? 70 something now, I think? Oh wait. Not really. Alright. That felt longer than half an hour. So, there are things to comment on, but I may take a moment first. Mira, hi. Okay. So, I think at this point it's also becoming clear finally what the whole smell, taste of sugar thing is. Now that it doesn't really get commented on, but there's this new idea of witchcraft, whatever the heck that is. And the king describes it as having a particular scent to it. Accurate reading of this person. Good job, Bonnie. Emotional intelligence. And lack thereof. Okay. I don't know if I have much more to comment on that at the moment, actually. Just remarking on the, oh hey, finally saw a little reveal of a thing there. I imagine I get a bit more conversation about that right now, though. Actually, if you don't mind, game. Ah, come on! I was curious if I'd be able to... I have a feeling it just says you need to talk to if you try to do anything other than just coming directly here. I was curious if Odile would comment on my appearance or anything, but I don't think I'd be able to go into the building that Odile's in. So I guess you saw that. I mean, sympathy sometimes works that way. I don't think it's too unreasonable for Sif to fall into that given the circumstances, but... Here we go. You haven't told me about it yet. I was kind of wondering. I don't know if it's a good one to equip. I mean, it's just memory of horrific trauma, but... Yes, sure. That's a nice euphemism for it. Oh. Man, I have to go through all those things again. Wait, how does that work, though? Like, okay. Why would it work that way? We can read, yeah. I mean, awesome, but what gave us that ability? So there are lots of things you could try to look at, and I suspect those will basically just mean coming into our house again, because there are books in that language in all sorts of places. But my first thoughts are, there is the library, and it seems implied that there's that one room on, I think, the third floor. You go out to the west wing and then east in the three-way intersection, or where there are 3 different doors you can go through. It brings you to this big door-looking thing. Yeah, it's a door with a word lock on it, I think, with something written above. That seems implied to be in this language that you can't read. I think that might be another place. That seems like a particularly notable one to check out. A fence. Alright. Back to the grind. So then. Still kind of weird how you can't skip this particular piece of dialogue that you will see many times in the game, most likely. But oh well. Alright. Random thought. Do you have anything to say? Or do I have anything here to say to you? I imagine not, but it's nice to check every now and then. No, the answer is no. I don't have anything to say to you this time. Clearly not. Can I just go be weird at everyone? Can I just stand at everyone's general vicinity and make them think things? I'm just gonna be silent at everyone. No. Sorry. I don't remember this being a thing you can do. I'm just going around standing, staring at people. Yeah, see, that was like months ago for me at this point. I authentically don't remember. It's a good word for it. Well, some things are ill-defined. This is uncharacteristic of Sif, but I like forcing him to cry for help subtly, so... Yeah, to be perfectly honest, it's actually probably not best to explain the contents in this particular case. So... Well, see, this one's not even making something up. The best lie is the truth. Oh, well, that part's not even the truth. Oh, I tried. Thank you for the therapy session, Bonnie. It's authentically appreciated. Oh, well, that wasn't very convincing, evidently. Okay. Vague curiosity. Can I say anything new to you? I imagine kind of not, but Doesn't seem like I have anything... Oh, look, I can ask about this, which they're probably not going to have anything about, but... Cool. I should check real quick. I don't think there are any books in Sif's language here. But just to make sure I'm not missing something silly, since it takes all of a few seconds. No. That's not gonna have anything on witchcraft in it. Again. I don't remember what was in it. Oh, I still can't read the title. Whatever. I think it was just, I don't remember if it was just, I don't think it's because of the language it's in this case. No, you shouldn't. It's kind of silly that the game still has Sif try to remember things at this point. You don't need to know that. Cursing at Chateau Castle today. As for you, do you have anything new to say out of curiosity? Or do I have anything new to say to you, more likely? No. I just tell you the same thing. Oh, it's just gonna give me the... Wait, have I already given this to her, though? How's this gonna work? I probably can. But it came with a bow, didn't it? Is she not gonna... Oh, hold on. I feel like I'm just gonna have fun creating a paradox here. This we've seen. Oh, is the bow still gonna exist? That's weird. You don't have to do that every time for her to keep the bow, do you? Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, I do. Take that, time. I have to get back at time for doing such horrendous things to me every now and then. Why are you freaked out? See if this has happened so many times before now. Oh wait, someone actually noticed the anomaly. Oh, that's a bigger problem. Wait, why do you remember that? You're not supposed to... Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Right. Anyways. I have not seen that scene for what it's worth. And lots of the smaller scenes of this game I have not seen. Oh, you don't actually, I don't have any dialogue options for you, whatever. Why is this a thing I can do? Wait, why does Odile say the same thing? Please go to the actually emotionally intelligent member of our party for these sorts of problems. Oh. Okay. So he's just becomes selectively mute and has a nice time with Odile. That's a nice alternate ending. And presumably, you are still up here. Everyone keeps commenting on Steve's appearance, which is something that I imagine changes when you look back, so this might be something we can only see once as well. Just not respond to that question. Steve does not understand the concept of reciprocity, unfortunately. Although, again, Steve seems to not quite understand that other people actually care about him in any capacity, so... He makes a little progress on that when he helps everyone, but I don't know if he understands that that still applies even on the loops where he doesn't help everyone out. Such an awkward thing to think, but okay. It makes sense. Okay, for some reason I'm curious about croissants, but other than that, I think it's about time we get going. Does anything happen if I touch the coin in here? Nope. I'm sure I said this before, the bigger boulanger and the lesser boulanger. I don't know why that's amusing to me. I guess it's because I haven't thought of those words in like 2 months or longer. Same thing. Okay, cool. I think that part might slightly change, acknowledging what happened with the previous croissant that Sif, well, didn't necessarily eat, but ordered. Oh. Alright. Okay, I'm slightly... It's been a while, you know what? Let's actually spend the night. First a drawing. The amazing artist. But really, it has been a long time since we've actually stayed the night, so I feel like we might as well do that again just for old time's sake, since we're doing a bunch of other stuff in Dormont right now anyways. I feel like a funny component of you kind of getting into Steve's mindset is you get to the point where you're not even paying attention to what Steve is saying himself. You're just like such on autopilot that Steve just says stuff that he normally says and you know he's saying it, you just don't bother reading it again, and so on. We probably will still just die partway through once we get into the house, just to skip around to places that we actually know have potentially interesting things. Cooker of chefs. I haven't gone through this that many times, at least, in my playthrough of this game, but... Oh yeah, the orbs, I forgot those things. We enter the house so rarely that I forgot you actually needed artifacts to do so. Despite it being such a big deal the first time it comes up. I've never seen a take on the Groundhog Day plot that just gets the actual viewer, so, especially player if you're playing it yourself, so much into the headspace of the character that's stuck in it. Steve looks actually kind of annoyed, which seems unusual. I understand Odile, but... What do you mean, why? You know exactly why. This got clarified some time ago now. Oh, save. So we're continuing the silent treatment of everyone. Kinda doubtful this part will be any different, to be perfectly honest, but I'll give it a quick run through. Curious to see if his expression changed there. Alright, so here we are. And Bonnie. Do you want to... Actually would like to... There you go. Think we're good otherwise. Is there anything we want on the first floor? Just out of curiosity, I'll go through this again. Or encounter the first sadness and so on. But otherwise, once we get past the tutorial part, we'll just... Silent. Always just silent all the time. It's interesting getting multiple options for skipping. Anyways, this one's scissors. Still does very little damage to that, but whatever. And Mira is the only one who contributes nothing. Well, Mira did use a buff actually, but still, no attacking. Okay, cool. Next time we find a tier, we'll probably make use of it then. Storage room. I don't think you can have much reason to pick up items here, to be perfectly honest. I don't remember what we find in here. Probably just more items, but... Oh, this is one thing I haven't figured out. It is one small thing that I never actually figured out what you deal with. Most of the little optional things I've otherwise figured out. Okay, there's actually no tier here, because the game hasn't introduced us to tiers yet. But I also don't want to redo the first floor, because there's no reason to. Item, there you go. So my first thought is second floor for the library. We're actually starting to run a little short on memories. I will actually save myself the memories and not unlock the doors. Okay. Curious, I could have talked to everyone in there and still just said nothing. Okay, I forget where the library actually... I remember where the library is, but can I get up there yet? Yes. Okay, cool. So first we go into Euphrasy's room. There might be something we couldn't read in here, actually. I don't quite remember. I don't think so. I think here, Steve just says nothing is interesting. Yeah. Good question. Did Sif remember his name, or did... I don't remember if Sif actually remembered his name, or if he just picked that one up. Don't know why I can't skip this one. I mean, what could this be about? I thought that was explained at one point. Oh, whenever the game says at random, it's always a thing you can get a different result from each loop, isn't it? You can probably get different random bits from that pile of papers. Alright, but here the library. I don't remember if there were any things we couldn't read. Is it still funny? I don't know if there's anything we couldn't read right here. I think the secret library had stuff we couldn't read, though. Oh, this is... I keep forgetting about this one. Boo. Yeah, one of them is the diary. No reason to read this right now. And nothing else you need in here. Okay. I don't need the key, so... How did the sadnesses get in here? They just like leak through all the cracks in the building or something? Oh, this is interesting. This is actually relevant to us now. Now, all look the same, it looks like, but Steve actually expressed interest this time. But I think is going to end up saying, I don't care, in the end. Unless Steve just decides to chime in at the end here. Because Steve did be speaking Sion, but I don't think said anything about it. I don't think it's never explicitly explained, but this is the closest you get. That they don't even use the word color in universe here to talk about, you know, how the different shades of gray you see. They're just called shades, I think. And they have names for them, like lightless and darkless or something like that too, for black and white respectively, and different names for different other shades. But that never gets spelled out too clearly. I'm just gonna look at this to weird out Odile. I'm not even gonna observe Odile being weirded out, I'm just gonna do it. Whoops. I need to go back to Dormont and actually equip the friggin' memory. I completely forgot that. I forgot, you need an item for it, that's kind of annoying. Oh. No. Well, if Seif was a kid, Seif might not have actually, like, ever established an adult vocabulary in his first language. Huh. If you'll excuse me, do I want to go back to Dormont first? I don't want to let myself forget about that one building. That one book in the Dormont library. As short as we're starting to get on memories here. Like sometimes the fast forward doesn't work quite properly, but it doesn't actually make the text go any faster. Can I still just stand next to people silently, out of curiosity? Like, Bonnie, can I just still just, like, be quiet at you? Yeah, I can. Oh, huh. No, Steve still looks tired. Oh, so I'm gonna trigger the whole conversation, aren't I? Oops, sorry about that. Forgot that this was actually kind of long. Yeah, at least choose the other option this time. It's just okay. Just an indescribable amount of pocket peanuts. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, first thing, library, because I actually have the memory equipped this time. There we go. Well, crap. Have we ever gotten anything useful out of this library? Oh well. Well, I'm gonna cash in my loop token for having actually looped all the way back here. I can be silent here this time. I was just sitting here admiring our tree. So occasionally it'll prompt that text, but otherwise it doesn't change. Okay, the my turn makes a little bit more sense here than it did last time. Because this time it's actually after the joke. But there wasn't a joke the first time. Oh, safe. You had one job. I thought you got the cause and effect reversed there, Yusa. Alright. Hey, loop person. Why do you ask? Like, you're free to say it's your turn, but... So I've been told. Not talking a lot, but... Such as, you've never done so, and I actually can see inside your mind. Like, my life not being awful, I guess. Isn't that a worthwhile goal in itself? Okay, I actually authentically love the detail that the like gets grayed out because you just said it. It's subtle, but... Thank you for invoking a few moments of depression, Luke. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, we'll get the blessing and we'll warp back up. I think we'll end off today with taking a look at that door. Which unfortunately will require a couple unlocking of doors. Unless I spend extra memories. I'm not too inclined to do that right now because we're actually running out of them. Okay. Again, forgive my morbid curiosity, but I'm curious if the dialogue changes. I suspect not, but... Oh, okay. It does change and then it gets more curt. I don't think much dialogue has changed or anything, but... Do we ever say anything back to this person? We don't actually say anything to them, so nothing changes. Okay. Take me, banana. Something feels so unfulfilling about the fact that you can only slip on this from one of two sides instead of all four. Okay. Third floor. Spending half of our memories to do so. Oh, whoops. We're gonna have this conversation again, I guess. I was just wondering if I could give Bonnie the silent treatment again. Oh, see, there we go. I did not actually realize that that was a thing that could happen. I just spoke to Bonnie because Bonnie was the closest one to me. That's actually my favorite thing for Bonnie to do. What else does Bonnie have? I might like that more. Bonnie not missing. I'll go with it, I think. Okay. I don't think anyone else's dialogue should change. Just speak for yourself. You're like twice our age. Why are you reading my words as text? What? Don't you get weird with me? What? You were amused the first time I figured it out. Fine. I'm not sure what it was that prompted that new talk with Bonnie. Anytime I get new art, I'm super happy regardless. But I don't know if it was having done the whole, like, helping everyone out thing, or if it was what happened to Bonnie that caused that. I'm sorry to break this to you, Steve. Whoa! I think... I forgot that portrait. Yeah, authentically. Oh, wait, was that actually different? Oh boy. It may have actually been accidental. Oh no. She sees it coming. Okay. Yeah, it might be worth redoing some of those conversations again later, too. Anytime we find ourselves eating on other floors. Or, you know, having just eaten. Because usually that's what happens when we warp somewhere. I could put on my... my memory for making things run away from me, but... I also need the memories. At the same time, though, in that case, I should probably put on the memory that helps me gain more memories. I like how Bonnie just acquiesces immediately. Without any justification given for being told to say a given word. Whoa! Sif is really trying this time. This is another one of those things I authentically did not remember changed. I feel like the mouth is telling one story and the rest of the face is telling another. Does Sif really look surprised? Still love that Bonnie in the corner, though. Bonnie's best at being in the corner of things. Is it really that secret if you know about them? Okay. No, there's no commentary on it. Okay, I couldn't remember. Okay, so now I do believe we can go out west, and that will bring us to where we need to be, and that'll be the last thing we do today. You know, just in case it happens. Which one is it? I do like the thought of being able to get everyone closer to Steve's level, but everyone's already at a high enough level, it doesn't matter, I think. There we go. Not intending to deliberately fight anything, but in case it happens. Okay, so this time... it is authentically kind of annoying to have to equip something for this, but oh well. Ah! Wait. No. Sorry, I thought for a second, I know what it says and what Steve answers, but no, I actually don't. For some reason I thought to myself it was the universe leads we can only follow, but that's not a question or answer. Oh, Steve actually answered in his language too, so he can't just read and speak now. Interesting. I like how Steve just confidently identifies everything in here now. Hey, we haven't done any of that today. Just ignoring Odile. Wait, can Mia read it? Ah, that's what this was. Just thinking to myself, I can't remember what's actually in here. This is what's in here, okay. I feel like the second probably implies the third, but... Oh. Happy ending. Take that, Odile. Nothing like a framing device. You could just call Lou, but I don't think that's gonna work. Of all the word, I'm surprised that word even exists in Guardian at this point, to be perfectly honest, since apparently no one else actually cares about the, astronomy and so on. Suddenly, Sif knows words. In a language that isn't his first, that is. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Alright. Well, that's the mission for tomorrow. I guess we can just... Yeah. I'll keep this equipped, I think, for the time being. But otherwise, I think I'll just head on back, and next time what we'll do is we'll start by... We'll start indoor mode, and then... we can just talk to Loop immediately, because I will know that what I want to do is talk to Loop, because that's something I always do. So I don't even have to remember to do anything. Amazing. Cool. Okay, next time. Yeah, almost 24 hours playing this, jeez. Okay. Everyone.